Here with us now, Major General John Wharton, Senior Advisor for the Chertoff Group. Wonderful to have you here. Thank you. So let's address the strategic goals of flooding in the tunnels, and then we'll get to some of the concerns that Robert outlined. First, what's the strategy behind the flooding, and how specifically do you see it being implemented in this case?
Well, I think, first of all, again, the strategic context here, you got a very complex operation, dense urban environment, subterranean, asymmetric. You've introduced other technologies into this area. You've sent people down in the tunnels. You've sent dogs in the tunnels. You've sent robotic systems, autonomous systems, both air and ground. Now what's happened is, and we've also used the SpongeBobs to the north, but the SpongeBobs will seal the tunnel, but that doesn't clear the tunnel. And you still have to clear the tunnel to own the tunnel. And you heard that 100-mile of networks in there. I don't think people really realize how intensive it is for command and control centers, for communication architectures, for ammunition storage opportunities and things of that nature. Now, what I think is what you're doing here is now you have to introduce, when you think about the Israeli army, the IDF, and how many losses they're sustaining, and we heard about a complex operation the other day where they lost somewhere around 10 individuals. You don't want to sacrifice the lives of your soldiers going down in those tunnels. And what you want to do is use some of those other means. So now what you're seeing is you're using SpongeBobs to the north. You're going to go to the coast. You're going to pump in water from Gaza, and you're going to try to flush the enemy out. The other thing you have to keep in mind here, though, is where do those tunnels come from? And I suspect part of the security part of this is because a lot of them originate way to the left in the Sinai Peninsula out of El Arish. And we've seen this before. We've seen drug controls and drug trafficking from there, arms control flow through El Arish. So I'm sure that Israel is now moving and clearing from the north, but in the south, they got to secure and secure those parts in cooperation with border officials.
So on the other side of the coin, hostages top of mind. There are concerns the flooding could damage farmland nearby, potentially contaminate drinking water as well. Are there ways, do you believe, to avoid some of those outcomes and still utilize flooding as a strategy in this fight?
I think you got to separate what's real and what isn't real, what's important, what isn't important here. I'm not too concerned about the flooding, the agriculture, but I am concerned about disease. You are concerned about non-combatants in this operation, and you are concerned about getting them the aid they need, whether it's water, whether it's food, and medical supplies, and you want to prevent the outbreak of disease here. So all that is concern here, but you have a country that has lost some of its national security, being attacked from below the ground. So how do you trade off, again, your hostages, which you have to protect, and you have to make sure you can secure them to the best you can? And that's, I believe, Hamas's the Hamas part of their negotiation of what they're going to try to do here. They're going to try to use hostages to trade off, and whether they put them down in the tunnels or not, I think you're going to see them down in the tunnels as part of this trading off of strategy.
And to your point, do you think this conversation about the tunnel flooding potentially ramps up pressure on the Biden administration to bring U.S. hostages home? And if so, what do you think are the appropriate stakes for their return?
Well, I think hostages need to be a priority no matter what, and no matter what administration. You have to, those are innocent children and civilians there, and elderly, and you have to make, that's the priority of this operation. And securing them should be the first part of that mission. If you can secure the borders, you'll be able to get your military objectives by framing this battlefield. But that's got to be the priorities, and the protection of civilians, not just the hostages, but also the local populace that's there, that's in Gaza, that now is homeless, that has to find security, hospital, medical support, and things of that nature.
So much to consider there.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.